Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you. I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty happy to see me as well. So yeah, surgery done. Can you believe it? I think if I didn't say so, you were like, dude, did you have your surgery yet? You're looking fine. I know. I want to talk today about my entire experience of the entire surgery. The days before, the days after, the surgery itself. Of course, I was awake during the surgery, so I know exactly what happened during the surgery. So that's pretty fun. So yeah, let's just get right into it because that's why you are here, right? I'm gonna start off with the days before and then the day itself and the days after and all my experience, what happened and why or what, etc. The day before surgery, that's the 22nd of May, was it? I was submitted to the hospital. The reason why they do that is because they want to do some more tests. They want to have like blood samples. They want to have your blood type. Apparently, I'm O negative. So if I ever donate blood, they're very happy with me. And they want to do some MRI scans. Actually, they two, because after the first one, they were like, we need more information. So they made two MRI scans. I love that thing. Not. But it was all good fun because, I'd rather have them all the information they need. I was placed in a room with another person. I wasn't really happy with that because he was snoring 23 hours a day. So that was quite annoying sleeping wise throughout my entire visit in hospital. But oh well, I guess that's something you have to deal with, right? With hospitals, that you have to sleep around other people. I got myself some kind of sleeping drug to sleep well. Didn't really help that much. I slept for 5 hours. Of course, a lot of anxieties, a lot of stress for the surgery itself. It was quite nice that family and friends came over to wish me good luck. So it was a decent first day. The surgery day itself, 23rd, I was kind of disappointed in the fact that I was second on the day, because you have to be like sober, no drinks, no food, no nothing. So that was really hungry. I was second, which was planned to be around 1 in the afternoon, but it was kind of delayed because the person who got surgery before me, actually the person who was right next to me in my sleeping room, had surgery before me, and it was a really long surgery apparently. So mine was postponed until like 3 p.m. So I was really hungry. Right before surgery, they gave me a sort of opium shot to calm my nerves, and it mainly hurt. It was a needle that had to be poked right in through my muscle in my leg. It just mainly hurt a lot, and I don't really notice much of an effect. Maybe I was like expecting some type of drug that would just literally like knock me down or something. I don't know, but that wasn't the case. I was just a normal me, with a heart rate of like 200 because of the excitement for the surgery. So yeah, I got that shot 1 hour before surgery, and then I was transported towards the surgery, like the pre-surgery place where they check all your vitals. They check your blood pressure. They check your heart rate. They check everything, and you have a little conversation with people from the anesthetics, tell you what they're gonna do, and check everything again. They keep checking everything. It's pretty funny. So when everything was said and done, they transported me to the operation chamber, room, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I don't know. And literally an army of people were standing ready there. I think there were like 11, 12 people standing ready for the surgery. A lot of people from the anesthetics, of course, two surgeons itself. The surgeons had their helpers standing ready, and then there were some people that were gonna guide me through the operation itself, because I was gonna be awake during surgery. Reasoning being that they were gonna talk to me and do tests with me. I had to like poke fingers and move my legs and whatnot, and keep talking. So that was all good fun. So just before the moment, they started injecting stuff into my body that would make me fall asleep. Not really a full narcosis because, well, they wanted me to be, normally awake during the surgery, so they couldn't really use normal anesthetics that they would normally do. because then I wouldn't be really vital during the surgery itself. So that was actually really nice, because even after surgery, when everything was done, I was happy, and I could eat and drink and whatever. So it was a really mild anesthetic that they gave me. They just put me to sleep basically, and it was weird. Because it's one of those moments where you're like, yeah, this stuff isn't working, and then you wake up. It's literally the moment you're like, yeah, this stuff isn't working, and then suddenly it actually did work, and you're waking up. And yeah, the moment you wake up is very, very weird, because you realize, all right, surgery is gonna start. My brain is actually already open, because that's what they did. They put me to sleep, and then they cut open the skull, or at least the skin, and then they cut open the skull, and they also mounted my head in some kind of circle. Nice focus. It's already completely gone a little bit. It's right here. There was like a bruise, whatever. They bolt stuff towards the skull, so you can't move your head during surgery, because if you just move it just a little bit, then things go wrong if there's a knife in your brain. So yeah, they bolted my skull to some stuff. Didn't notice anything of that because they all mounted that when I was asleep. They also did a lot of other infusion sets when I was asleep, one on my ankle, which apparently is really painful to do. Well, I didn't notice it because I was sleeping. They also gave me a blood pressure thing in my artery, in a vein in my wrist. I can still see the scar of the little hole. They put a little thing into your artery, and they can measure everything with it. Really, really, really annoying. I was really relieved when that one went out, but that was not until the next day. But yeah, they all did that when I was asleep, so I didn't really notice anything of that. So it was nice. Also, a catheter into my bladder, which was actually one of the things I was most afraid of. Pretty funny. I mean, yo, Thomas, your skull is gonna get cut open and your brain is gonna get poked with knives. And what are you most afraid of? Well, a catheter. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, I was really afraid of that. Apparently, it's not that bad. I mean, the removal was annoying, but that's it. It was just annoying. It's okay. So during surgery itself, I was being talked to by two ladies the entire time. I had to keep talking, say stuff, look at pictures and describe what I'm seeing, so they could, know that my brain function is still working. I had to press their fingers for them to see that my strength was still there. Move my legs so they my legs are still working, etc. And actually, they were really happy with how I was doing there, or at least they told me. Maybe they just want to give me a confidence boost. I don't know, but they were really happy with how I was doing everything during the surgery. And it was a funny moment when the surgeon actually told me, "Yo, you have to lay a little bit more still." I was like, "Oh yeah, right. They're right now in my brain. They're literally cutting stuff away right now. I didn't even notice it. I can't feel a thing. You can't see it. You're like literally in some sort of tent, and you're just looking at two ladies and the anesthetic team, and you can't see anything else. So that's all easy. It was very easy to forget that I was doing surgery, which I think is a really good thing. I'm pretty sure those two ladies are very well trained in making sure that you don't really realize you're in surgery, just so it's mentally more, less challenging to say. So yeah, it actually went really fast. It was planned to be a 2-hour surgery, like 2 hours of being actually awake. And it was only like 30 minutes and they were done. Which is probably also one of the reasons why I came out so happily and not extremely, of course I was exhausted, but not like extremely dead. So yeah, it was really nice. So it was a sudden moment. It was, all right, we're done. I was like, wait, are we done? So that was easy. So one other thing I didn't even say. Did I say anyone? I didn't even know. So when you're being put to sleep, of course you start dreaming, right? I'm pretty sure you always dream also when you're being put to sleep by anesthetics. When I woke up, I was talking about RuneScape. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I don't even know what I was saying, but I do know I was explaining something about RuneScape, and then it took me a split second to realize that was gonna be in surgery. So that was funny. So after surgery, I was being put to sleep again so that they could sew me up. Of course, there's a nice scar on my face, which I will show. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Above the ear, all the way to the top of the head, it's like this size, which is a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be. However, if I were to move my head around or whatever, you can't see it. You just cannot see it. So that's really nice. I'm very happy with that. The hair is just covering everything. But the scar is like twice the size of what I was originally told. He didn't really say any centimeters, but he was like, yeah, it's gonna be around this size. But apparently he didn't even cut this way, but he cut that way. But that's all okay. It's all just looks. Girls love it, right? So yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So intensive care, of course, after every brain surgery, they bring you over to the intensive care for the evening and the night, just in case something goes wrong. I mean, they have been cutting around in your brain. Any bleeding could start. Anything bad could happen. So there wasn't much of sleeping in the intensive care because they literally wake you up every hour to do tests with you. They ask you, where are you? Do you know what day it is? They press my finger so they can check your strength, move your legs every hour. So there wasn't much of sleeping there, but I guess it was all for a good cause. Of course, hooked up to monitors with my blood pressure and my heart rate and whatever. So it was really interesting to just look at the entire night, basically. So that was all good. So right after surgery, before surgery, I told myself, which was also stated in one of my tweets, like if I feel well enough, I'm gonna put my beautiful face on Twitter, and it was more of a personal challenge. Like I'm gonna get through this surgery very well, very powerful, and I'm just gonna do it, and I don't care what people think, and I don't care what people say. So the moment I felt good enough, which I did. I asked for my phone and I made a picture of my face and I put it on Twitter, which is this tweet. Damn the likes, damn the responses. That was insane. Normally I don't really care too much about how much likes Twitter things get or how much response there is, but this was insane. The amount of people commenting on it, and even the old school RuneScape saying something, it means a lot. Like so many people were saying stuff. It's actually insane, and it actually meant more to me than I thought it was gonna be. Because I mean, well, one first is it made me very happy that I was able to make that tweet because I wasn't, incapable of doing such things. My face was looking decent. I wasn't completely bruised up. Look at all the replies, dude. So and then all those responses. Because I mean, some people told me main things in recovery for these kind of things is positivity, knowing people care about you, knowing people are there for you, and I think it really helped a lot get through the first day because I mean things aren't nice after surgery. You just feel like shit and you just feel really tired. And then seeing all those people commenting and reacting, it was nice. So for all the people that helped me there, thank you. I really do appreciate it. It was really nice. I didn't expect to get this much from Twitter, and also like mentally how much it did to me. It was really nice. So yeah. So the day after surgery, I was released from the intensive care. I was only there for one night. And then I was transferred back to normal nursing place where they took normal care of me. And so there were several things wrong with me or complications after surgery. So they kind of try to avoid it by giving you some drug called dexamethasone. I will come back to that one later, but they try to reduce swelling in the brain. Basically, when you cut around tissue, it just creates trauma, it creates swelling, and the swelling in my brain was mainly affecting my right arm, so my left arm. I keep saying right. I did last video as well. I said right as well, but my left arm, it's now almost healed up. But the first days, this is something I would not have been able to do. It was just too difficult. Also, tying my shoes or unbuttoning my pants or whatever, it would literally take minutes because my entire motor skills was gone. So what was wrong is there is this brain function in your brain that registers the muscles and whatever in your arm, and it knows exactly how your hand is standing or how your arm is moving. That wasn't working. So my brain was missing information to actually move my arm correctly. Like if I were to look at my arm or hand, and I could just literally move everything if I wanted to, but I would have to like really concentrate on how to do so, which was really interesting. So picking up stuff or holding stuff, I would just let it drop out of my hand, or I couldn't do stuff with it. So it was really, really interesting. But we are now 10 days in and it's almost healed up. I mean, it still feels a little bit weird, and other parts of my body still feel a little bit weird, but what can you expect 10 days after people poking around in your brain? So but yeah, I'm really happy things are healing. That's for sure. That's for sure. I was really scared the first few days. It was mentally very, very challenging to see that stuff is failing. And I was told it's gonna get better. I was told when the swelling goes away, it will just heal. I was told, but it's very difficult to really realize that's actually going to happen when you don't see any recovery. You know, you're just looking at your hand. It's like, it doesn't feel like my hand. It doesn't work like my hand, and it was difficult. It was difficult, but hey, we're getting through it. It's almost working again. I can use F keys again. I can sort of type again. That's nice. I wanted to talk about a drug called dexamethasone. Literally venom. Literally venom. So for people that don't know, I am a diabetic person as well. Dexamethasone is some kind of adrenaline stuff-ish thing. The reason why they gave it to me was to reduce swelling in my brain, which is very nice, because if a lot of stuff in your brain starts to swell up, then you might not be able to talk, you might not be able to drink, you might not be able to move around or whatever, which is not good, obviously. But it had a lot of side effects, and literally I was looking at the list of possible side effects. I was like, yep. Well, one thing is I'm a diabetic, and one thing that it does, it literally blocks the use of insulin. So I was literally giving myself 2 or 3 times the amount of insulin that I needed, and I still had like sky high levels, and that's not really good if you're already tired and if you're trying to recover from stuff. So that was really difficult. I had to suffer from that for like 7 or 8 days of really high blood sugars, trying to figure out ways how to get them lower. It was insane. I've never ever injected myself with so much insulin every day. It was literally double or triple. It was insane. Other things that happened was it was really difficult to fall asleep because it's a type of adrenaline, so it literally keeps you awake. It was a really weird sensation. Like the moment I was falling asleep, I was like shocking awake again for whatever reason. I don't know why. I was really high sensitive on things that happening around me, which is maybe part of the surgery itself, because my brain is just not really capable of overloading. It just shuts down. Well, not really shuts down. That's not really what I meant to say. It just gets headaches really fast, and just try to block stuff around me really fast just because of, well, my brain not wanting a lot of stuff right now. And another thing that happened was my feet just completely swelled up, which was, well, not painful or anything, but it was pretty annoying. It never happened to me before, but apparently also because of the drugs. So yeah, I really didn't like taking that drug. I was really happy when I took my last pill. I knew that, well, it also lasted for 3 more days after taking the last pill, but that's okay. I'm completely off the thing right now, so that's nice. Other medications were just painkillers. Currently, I'm just using a little bit of paracetamol, and that's it. I don't really like painkillers too much. Maybe I just don't care about pain too much all the time. But hey, so yeah. So for the rest of the days in the hospital, I only spent 2 more days in the hospital. The Thursday and the Friday. I literally wanted to get away from the hospital as fast as I could, because the other guy next to me, somewhat older guy, he didn't really get through his operation as well as I did. So a lot of things were going wrong. It was really depressing to see. to be that up close to someone who's doing really bad after surgery. I mean, I left Friday, but Friday was the day that he started drinking a little bit of water, and he did his first step on Friday while I was just, walking across the hallways already. And then other stuff like that they removed his catheter, and then the physio guy comes along and is like, let's do a little walk, and then he just pisses in his pants and such because things are just going wrong, and it was painful to see. It was really, really depressing, and it really showed me like this could have been me. Things could have been that bad for me. Luckily, it isn't. But it wasn't a really nice place, and the guy was sleeping for 23 hours a day, snoring. So I couldn't sleep. I just didn't sleep at all there. I even asked the nurses for like sleeping pills or something else to keep me to sleep, but they didn't really want to give me that. So that was really annoying. So I just did my best. And I started walking as soon as I could, and started doing everything as soon as I could. I was like, can I go home? So Friday evening, I was fired from the hospital. So that was really nice, or released, whatever you want to call it in English. So yeah, Friday evening home already, which was interesting because Wednesday my brain was open. Friday was at home. That was weird. I mean, it was nice. I was really happy that I went home, and I also tweeted another tweet out before. Just before that, which was this tweet. I was just really happy. I mean, this was on Friday. No more fusion needles in me. Feels good, man. Quick update. Maybe going home today. I did indeed. Walking is going fine. Light headache and light pain in scar, which is not weird. Left arm coordination is weird. Also feel like touch feels far away. Result of swelling. Well, that's already fixing. So that's all very nice. That's all very nice. Also, every tweet is getting too much attention. I'm sorry being an attention whore. So yeah, that's all really nice. So right now we're at the 10-day mark, and the full recovery time was set at 6 to 8 weeks. So we are now almost 2 weeks in, and I'm feeling really well. Not well enough to be like, yo, let's do a 12-hour live stream, or let's go back to teaching or whatever. That would be insane. There's a big limit on how many impulses I can get. My brain doesn't really like too much stuff. I mean, I can play video games again for a couple of hours in a row, which is very nice because I was getting bored of not doing anything. Just imagine trying to look at a screen and get like a big headache. Most of my headaches are literally behind my eyes, and they just so painful. But yeah, I'm really happy that those are going away as well, and I can actually see myself doing a live stream somewhat in the next couple of days. Maybe not long, because that's a nice thing about live streaming, right? You can just click live, and an hour later, if you're like, nope, then you can just click stop stream, which is nice. I can't wait to start doing stuff again, because I am getting a little bit bored. Of course, we have our old RuneScape keeping me from the streets, but I would rather just actually do some stuff again. So that's very nice. I have no idea what my planning will be working wise. I will not be teaching my old classes again because they've been taken over by other teachers, and for next school year I do not know yet. Those bastards didn't give me a new contract because of this issue, because I couldn't tell them, yo, I'm gonna be 100% sure I can teach again next school year. So they did not give me a contract. So yeah, I want to say thank you guys very much for all the support and watching this video. It's been a long ass video again. I hope I talked about literally anything that I could. My recovery is doing well. My stitches are going to get removed in 3 days. Hopefully that's not going to be too annoying. Hopefully it's not going to get ripped apart. Nightmares. It's weird. I mean, if there's this scar on my face, and it's like it's now being held together by a thread, and what happens if you take the thread out? Does it like? Okay. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my succession story. I'm doing really well. I will be doing a lot better soon again, and I cannot wait to have like the full energy again and be able to do anything that I want again. Right now, there are many moments where I feel normal, and normal is amazing. Everyone, take care.